All right, boys. Wait. What's this? Whose hangar is this? Whose battle mechs are these? Regular Crab, Kintaro, Thunderbolt. Yes, we're actually in my alternate profile right now. This is the one that I play, just when I feel like playing Mechwarrior 5 and I don't want to mess with the progression of the main campaign. And what I want to talk a little bit is about colors. And a few tips about colors that I know, because in this one I spent a little more time coloring my mechs the way I want to. And it's going to be a subtle difference. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these mechs first. I don't think we used the Enforcer in the campaign. If we did, but I don't remember. This is the Enforcer. I don't think we used the Jaeger mech either. I have the Jaeger mech A and S. I've redesigned them quite a bit. This one uses a pair of AC-10s. This one swapped out the LRM 5s for SRM 6s, so it's actually more of a close combat mech. We have more legendary mechs as well. Like we have a legendary Wolverine, a legendary Kintaro, and this one was especially unique. I was like, okay, so we found a legendary Centurion. Well, what variant is it? It's CN9YLW. I'm like, YLW? Why does that strike me as important? Like, a Centurion YLW. Then it's Yenloang. I'm like, this is the Yenloang. I mean, there's no way this is the real Yenloang. But this is, I believe this is, like, I haven't, like, right now my internet's not working, so I wasn't able to check Battletech Sarna. But I'm pretty sure Yenloang is Kylard Liao's legendary family passed down Centurion. Kylard Liao is possibly the greatest pilot in the Battletech universe. He wins a tournament deeper into the story, where he basically got his ancestral Centurion refitted with pure clan technology. So he basically had a clan Centurion. But I'm like, that's pretty cool. We definitely have to pick that up. Anyways, let's talk about colors. So, okay, the colors have been messing up. It's being a butt right now. Like, as you can see, this stuff is not popping up, even though it should. Let me see if it'll cooperate. I might have to jump cut until I get it to cooperate. As you can see, none of this is popping up, but that's not supposed to be how it goes. Let me try a different mech. Okay, that's slightly better. I think if I change... Okay, I guess we're on the Enforcer and not the Centurion. Sure, like the game's being really weird right now. Anyways, so this is closer to the color scheme I want. It's much closer to the channel colors. And I could probably tinker with it a little further, but here's a few pieces of advice. This isn't just for Battletech. This is for any game where you can color things. So, this here is a type of color wheel. I don't think it's accurate to... I don't think this is intended to be a color wheel so much as just a way to represent millions of colors. This right here is your saturation. Saturation is the presence of the color, meaning at the full top bar, it's 100% of the color. At the bottom of the bar, you've stripped the color out of it. And at the very bottom, you've stripped 100% of the color out of it, leaving you with white. This bar here is, so this is called saturation. This is value. Value is how much of the color black you're adding into it, which is why it gets darker and darker and darker until it becomes black. So how do you use this to find the color you want? Well, first, let's see just the difference it makes. Because look, it's only slightly desaturated. That removing saturation, that's called desaturation. That we've added quite a bit of value to it. So let's see, like, let me just crank all these all the way to the top, and you can see what difference they make. So here's what adding the saturation back in looks like. Very subtle, but you could probably tell it's a more vibrant orange, which is actually not what I want. But now I'm going to remove all the value. So there's no black, no presence of black inside the color. And you can see it lightens it up quite a bit. It's a very bright and loud orange, and that's not what I want. Now watch when I revert. This is the original color. You see how much more realistic this color is. This kind of looks like construction crew orange, like construction vehicle orange. And that's from stripping a little bit of it out with desaturation and then adding in value. That's how you can get a more realistic looking color out of it. Now, I could play around with it even more and probably refine it a bit further. The same goes with, you can see how saturation's working here. I wanted gray. So how do you get gray? You can pick any color, but you just pull the desaturation down to 100%, which leaves you with white, and then you add black to it. You add value, and that's how you get your gray. Now, I wanted a gray that kind of could be mistaken as white at a distance. So this pale gray can serve the function as white, but it's not as loud. Like, if I crank it all the way up, you see how white this is now? Super, super white. In fact, it kind of hurts my eyes. Revert, and you see, even though the difference appears very subtle, it makes a big difference. And then over here, like I said, we have an even darker blue than we have on the other channel, or on the other playthrough. The next piece of advice, though, that I have, and you can see it's almost 100%, I've almost added 100% value to it. Now, the next thing you want to do is, we could pick 3 colors here. You want to be careful about how much of each color you use. Typically speaking, in a 3-color color scheme, so it's tritone, you want one color to dominate. One color, so basically you want one color to be over 50%, another color to be kind of like maybe a quarter, and then one color just to kind of splash in there. And that's kind of what we got here. Orange is by far the dominant color. White is a secondary color, and then there's just a little splash of the dark blue. Now, what I did with certain mechs, hopefully they'll show up. Come on. Oh, it's not going to show. Well, we could just look at them here. Whoa, see what I mean? It's getting really weird. It's messing up. So what I did with this mech is the secondary color of white, there was too much of it. It was like 50-50, and that makes the mech look really confusing. So I said, no, just screw the white color altogether, or the gray color, and just go pure orange and the little splash of blue. This mech, once again, has it in pretty good quantities, primarily orange, a secondary color of, what do you call it, white, and then there's probably a little more blue than I would like. But, oh, okay, the game once again is going crazy. This is another mech where I chose to cut the white out altogether, the gray out altogether. This one I also said, you know what, the gray is just too much. Here's one where I said, you know what, I'm going to keep it just because it's... The pattern didn't offend me. But this is getting kind of too close to, like maybe if the legs were orange, that would be a little bit better. But as you can see, just a splash of the dark blue. This one as well, you know, you got the shield, and then the you know, kind of the upper torso and the shoulders, and then you got this nice little stripe of blue. But that's another way to determine it. And then lastly, how do you pick your colors? I would need a real color wheel to show you, but one of the ways you could do is try to pick colors that are on the opposite side of each other. Like I said, this isn't like a regular, this isn't really a color wheel. Normally orange would be directly across from blue. Orange would be right here and blue would be there. That's how you pick your colors. Like, a lot of sports teams are done this way, or Christmas colors, for example, are red and green. Green would normally be directly across from red. That's why this isn't really a color wheel. Anyways, that's a little bit of advice for how to color your battle mechs. I'm going to go ahead and jump cut over to my main profile. Alright, Mercenaries, we are back, and now you can actually see over here how much louder these colors are, and why I'm not as crazy about them. The white is too white, the orange is too orange, and the blue is too blue. Everything needs to be dialed down a notch. Anyways, the mech we're going to be looking at today is the Banshee, and this is officially the experimental colors for a mech that we are experimenting with, a mech that, you know, I'm not sold on it yet. We need to see how it works. This is the colors that it's going to run. I never realized how long the arms on the Banshees. Like, if it extended its arms, it'd be practically the length of the mech. It's gives it kind of an apish look. Whereas this mech, yeah, its arms are still pretty long, but this mech has really long arms. And that's with it, like, bent up, too. That's crazy. What about the Atlas? Yeah, see, the Atlas's arms, if it fully extended them, would not be nearly as apish looking. And the Highlander's arms are pretty much extended. Very interesting. This mech also has really long arms, but the arms aren't as human-like, so I don't think it, like... And also, the mech itself is very, like, monstrous looking, so... Oh, the Stalker definitely doesn't have to worry. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Okay, so here's the Banshee. This version of the Banshee resembles the original, but I've made a few changes. So first off, the primary weapons is the PPC. Those were the originals, but we've upgraded them to the Tier 3 PPC. I kept those in, so PPC gets the return. The AC-10 was swapped out for an LBX AC-10, and because it's light, I just like that weapon. The LRM, I think it had an SRM originally, but I'm going to try LRMs again. We're giving LRMs another shot. So a Tier 2 LRM-10 with the Artemis system. And then the medium, these were a bunch of medium lasers. I decided to swap them out for a bunch of small lasers, because the Banshee has heat problems, and I want to try to avoid that while still having a ton of firepower by having a bunch of lasers. So here's how the weapon groups look. Actually, I wanted this to be reversed. There we go. So, the primary weapon is the PPCs in a chain fire. The idea is that they're going to be used to bust tanks. And then up close, we're not going to use the PPC because it's probably going to be too much heat. Up close, we're going to use the AC-10 and all of the small lasers just to, like, maul enemies up close. And then the LRM-10 is going to help us, give us a little more punch at long range, you know, to engage slower battle mechs at range. We could snipe, basically. We have the option to do that. And also, this can be useful for shooting down helicopters, since it's a little harder to hit them with the PPC. Anyways, we are already in the area we're going to be doing the mission in. We are in the Steiner-Kurita border. This region is home to fierce fighting between the Lyran Commonwealth and the Draconis Combine. While House Kurita expends more energy on its rival against House Davion, the Kuritans are still eager to destroy House Steiner neighbors whenever the chance arises. So, here we are on Tumen. So this is going to be where we get to pick sides, I think. Oh, or not. Only one choice here. A dragon in sheep's clothing. House Kurita, field communication, Omega security, for your eyes only. The Internal Security Force, that's the ISF, the Draconis Combine's intelligence service, has been monitoring secret meetings between the great houses of Steiner and Davion. While we are unsure of the full nature of these meetings, we cannot allow any formal alliance to solidify between our two border enemies. Should you choose to accept it, your first mission is to spoil relationship between these two houses by raiding a Steiner outpost while masquerading as a Davion detachment, so it's a false flag operation. This sounds like something that Dest would do, the Draconis Elite Strike Teams. Thank you, Lucky Duck, for reminding me of their name. Payout is kind of okay-ish. A little bit, like a dragon is not super impressive this late in the game, but hey, we'll do it. So our first contract is a 75 difficulty demolition, and we are well respected by House Kurita, so we get big payments here. Destroy the Arcturan Guards base while impersonating a Federated Suns unit. The Guards are a combat command with centuries of history, and they will live up to that legacy. Resistance will be high indeed. We'll see about that. Let's take about 500,000 C-bills in repairs, and then the rest into moolah. Okay. So here we get to fiddle around with our drop weight. So I'm going to go in our Banshee, obviously. And everybody needs ballistics training. Can we get some ballistics in here? Maybe. Let's see what we can do. Get some ballistics in here. So we are 15 tons overweight. What can we do? The Battlemaster? And the Stalker? And a Zeus? Wow. We're going to bring the Battlemaster in mainly because you're going to pilot the Battlemaster. And the reason we're going to bring the Battlemaster in is because it has machine guns, which will increase ballistics, and she needs missile and laser training, and the Battlemaster has one of every weapon type. Everyone is really slacking on ballistics training, which appears to be because we just don't have enough lightweight ballistic variants. There is a Zeus model that has an AC-5 in its arm, but I just need to pick one of those up. I need some lighter mechs that have ballistic weapons. Anyways, I'm going to jump cut to when this loading is done.
We've been given call signs matching the digital signatures of a Davion unit. Now it's time to push forward and destroy the base of the Arcturian guards, which shouldn't be far from your location.
God, look at my giant monkey arms. We sure look like Davion units. I mean, those guys could possibly pass as Davion units. The Federated Suns use typically a blue color scheme, a blue with white stripes color scheme. But this mech I'm piloting, it definitely cannot pass as a Davion unit. Okay, so time for our... Oh, let's fire the missiles! Well, didn't get them in time. Alright, so what we're looking for is effectiveness of removing small targets with the PPCs, deadliness in close combat, and with the... Okay, here's the perfect test. Okay, can we mess these guys up with the PPCs?
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Destroyed.
So far, so good.
Acquired. Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
Who did that?
Target destroyed. Target
Enemy destroyed.
So far, so good. We're really trying to see, like, I'm trying to give some of these weapons... Basically, now that I'm not as reliant on these weapons, because it's a larger battle mech, I don't have to worry about, like, being crippled by... Oh, what's happening over here?
target destroyed.
Nice. Oh, what is shooting at me?
Target acquired.
Okay, let me... Who's got that AC-10? How do we get... These guys are, like, way across the...
Target destroyed.
Oh! Why do they have so many long-range... Wait, let me focus on destroying these. Heat isn't too bad right now.
Target destroyed.
So far, so... Oh, we got a guy who snuck in here. Okay, let's try the up-close combat.
Last target, it's about to go critical.
I can't even see what I'm shooting at, to be completely honest.
Target acquired.
Take him down.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, let's just get to the objective. I feel like we're playing a little too much into the enemy's hands right now.
Target acquired.
Turn around and fight this
Fire on
guy.
target.
I think we were... I think I was too eager to try my long-range weapons.
Enemy mech eliminated.
Target destroyed. Target
Let me tell you, just because it says small laser does not mean that it is not a deadly weapon, I'll tell you that much. Oh, look at him turn his back to me. Oh, stand still and let me kill you.
Good kill, Commander. That
There we
mech is
go.
critical. Mech down.
This is a lot of enemies. I can't even think of anything to say.
Target neutralized.
Destroyed.
Okay, I think I finally thinned them all out. Wow. Okay, they got one of my... Okay, so the other arm of the... Too bad they didn't get my other arm. My other arm doesn't actually have any weapons in it.
Target acquired.
Target is down.
There's your target objective, Commander. Why don't you go over and introduce yourself?
Destroyed.
So what I'm hoping right now is that they've expended all of their strength
Target destroyed.
in that initial kind of counterattack that they did, like to try to intercept us before we get to the base. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Good start, Commander. I'm showing major damage to the target facility.
What do we got here? There it is.
Target destroyed.
So far, I'm not really seeing a lot of reinforcements. We got some vehicles here, but that's really not a big... Oh, never mind. Here come the battle mechs. Turn around, boys. We gotta fight.
On it, Commander.
New target acquired.
Ow. I don't like how they keep focusing on me.
Destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Another thing I like a lot about the LBX AC-10 is that it's really good at hitting annoying long range or really small enemies. I need to get closer to this jerk. Nope, I'm out of range of that still. Don't worry, I'm not... Just because I'm a little battered does not mean that I don't have plenty of firepower to squish you. There's still plenty of firepower where that came from.
Target destroyed.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought!
Target
How are my allies doing? Doing okay, mostly okay. Ah, there we go. Gotta squish them with those small lasers. That's where the damage comes from up close. Man, those small lasers hurt. Let's destroy this radio dish and this one too. I love it when they react to that. That I do enjoy that.
The area is down to half capacity. Keep going.
Okay, another wave of baddies. Hurry up, boys. What do we got? A blackjack, a hunchback. Okay, I want the the Black Knight out of here. Concentrate fire on the Black Knight. I kind of actually do want you in my way so that they stop shooting me. Oh, wait, I forgot I got missiles. I'm not used to using them. Oh, they got it, dang. Got them pretty quick, too. Get the Hunchback next. Nope, I'm out of range. Not out of range anymore! There, I got his main weapon. Oh, they got both of my... Okay, both of my arms have been destroyed, so they got my other P... I didn't think that... Actually, it might be damage on a different section of the mech, because I'm pretty sure the PPC's in this mech's torso.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Fortunately, we still have plenty of weapons to fight with. And all of my close combat weapons at that. Skittering in between the buildings like an annoying little thing. He's really like a little mouse, like scurrying.
It's nearly here, Commander.
There we go.
Smash in.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
There we go. Okay, back to what we were doing. Yep, gotta. I'll do a little bit of remodeling of their base, you know. It's just these guys just have no fashion sense, or no sense of, I guess, exterior design.
Good work. The Archer and Guard base has sustained enough damage.
All right, boys, we're out of here.
To call this mission a success.
I actually want to destroy that just because. I also want to destroy this just because. It looks important. I like destroying the things that look important.
Acquired.
Target destroyed.
Oh, not bad. Blotted it out of the sky. We can fire missiles back. Oh, there's an enemy right. It's just a turret. Okay, so in this battle, I think the main thing that went wrong is that I got kind of distracted by that long-range fight. That's where the majority of this like the damage, even though the weapons were lost in the actual battle of the base, the real damage was done ahead of time. Like I'm pretty sure the Banshee would have been more than capable of weathering any of the damage dealt to it in the base if we hadn't taken so much damage earlier. So like, I don't think that this was a bad demonstration. Also, I also think I think the resistance was also pretty high on this. For this to be a 75 difficulty mission, I feel like that was understating the actual presence of enemies.
Commander, prepare for evac.
On the other hand, I think our allies came out pretty well. For some reason, they really, like, it seems like in long-range encounters, the enemy really likes to focus fire on the player one mech. Like, did you notice that as well in the Mauler battle? It's an interesting observation. Okay, so House Karita says, if initial reports are to believe, the Arcturan guards were none the wiser about your identity during this operation. Excellent work. We can already see the cracks in this potential alliance. House Tyson says, this is an outrage. We have no quarrel with House Davion. Let's take... I guess this, for some reason, this cicada's worth a lot. I also want actually, let's take the two PPCs. We need them as replacement weapons. And then we'll just go right down the line. That's fine. So hopefully the Zeus didn't lose its weapon here. We'll see. Let's go... We gotta go repair, so let's just go right over here. Since the damage is going to be pretty extensive, we may as well actually go to one of these areas to get the both the faster repair time and the lower cost in repairs. And then we'll just launch the next mission. Because why not? Okay, let's see here. Let's get the repairs done. We'll put the two PPCs in first. Here they are. We'll put in... we lost the double heat sink, which stinks, but... Oh, looks like I'm out of double heat sinks as well, so that was a more... closer to a permanent loss. Let's put all the heat sinks in. See, this arm here doesn't have anything in it. And then we'll have these guys get repaired. Not bad. Not bad. And also good, his weapon survived, so... Not bad. Okay, so it was just my mech that took a beating. That's fine. And... A dragon in sheep's clothing, part 2. Screed, a field communication Omega security for your eyes only. The dragon is pleased with your work. After you destroyed the base, we uncovered additional transmissions regarding clandestine Davion envoys traveling into Steiner space. You are to cause a distraction on the target world so our personnel can hack into Lyran comms relays in hopes of discerning what the Davion envoy is planning. The distraction we have in mind involves striking a warehouse complex. Several large ice mining halls destined for shipment to water-poor worlds are awaiting pickup there. And another Arcturian Guards battalion is stationed on the premise. Striking the facility will create a distraction that'll upset the entire region long enough to let our agents accomplish their mission. Okay, sure, we'll do it. So obviously, well, I don't know about obviously, but I'm pretty sure that this kind of background of the story is referring to the Federated Commonwealth Alliance, basically when the two houses, Steiner and Davion, like, there's a marriage between them, like a political marriage, and then it causes them to, like, combine, as we see them currently, as the Federated Commonwealth. Okay, here it is, another demolition. Interesting. From the wording, I figured it was going to be a raid. I'm going to go a little heavier on repairs this time. So, almost 1 million in repairs this time. And I think we're going to go with the same combination. Oh, the Banshee still needs repairs. Okay, good. We can actually wait for the Banshee to be repaired. The mission expiration time was still pretty good. Anyways, once again, I'm going to jump cut until we actually have something to show. Okay, we're back online.
We need to buy some time for the Curitan agents. So we've been tasked as destroying a Steiner storage complex. Once more, we'll be operating with a forged call sign signature of House Davion. Rather devious indeed.
Wait, where is the target at?
Target is down.
Okay, they got him. Okay, so because there's that little phase of loading, I was able to kind of think a little bit about the previous battle. One thing I noticed is that we weren't heating up that much, so I am going to start firing the PPCs way more aggressively, because if our heat cooling is that good, then not heating, basically, we want to heat up. That means we're actually firing our weapons properly. So we're going to try to shoot more aggressively. We also need to use our LRMs more aggressively. I think I like the idea of not attacking through that narrow area because I don't want my allies to shoot each other. On the other hand, there's not a lot of cover over there, and I don't want them to focus fire on me. Like, I'm going to try to avoid that. I don't think we're going to have that same kind of problem this time that we had in the... That looks like a chopper. I'll never be able to hit that with a... I'm never going to hit that.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Our target is now marked. Go get him.
Target destroyed.
Okay, let's use our range to our advantage a bit here.
Enemy destroyed.
New target
Really?
acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Basically, we're kind of hoping to draw the defenders out a little bit.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Squishing all these little pesky guys right now.
Target destroyed.
Oh my god, get out of here, you pesky little thing! Stop surviving!
Clear the area.
Okay, I'm gonna go full firepower on this guy. Okay, okay, we just hit a heat critical, that's fine.
Target destroyed.
That means we are actually shooting aggressively enough. Oh my god, my ally is getting in the way.
Scrub one.
Good. Okay, we've got an opening. It's time to begin our advance on the enemy base.
Destroyed.
Gonna continue to fly swat some of these guys. Get them, missiles. Take them out.
Target.
Yeah.
Target acquired.
Okay, we got more flies to swat.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Okay, whoa, they just dropped some mechs in.
Target is down.
I'm gonna get into cover here to kind of shake off some of their gunfire. Not as effective as I was hoping it would be. Oh, they're really focusing on me right now.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I got that guy. Wow, their reinforcements are attacking from behind now, and I'm apparently stuck in the terrain.
Destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
They're
Get a
operating
report on our
at
allies.
efficiency.
Allies are pretty good. And I think we destroyed the majority of their defenses. We're doing way better this time around. What's attacking me?
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
PPC really good at destroying vehicles, and that's because it does just enough damage to destroy many of the vehicles in one hit.
Target destroyed.
There we go, got him that time. And then 2 PPCs is even better, because you can either destroy 2 weaker vehicles at long range in one hit, or you could destroy one of the more medium strength vehicles. Still not going to be enough to take out like a demolisher. Not going to be enough to take out like a partisan.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh, come on, more reinforcements.
You've managed to demolish about half of the target's buildings. Crack on, Commander.
It's like a long range battle mech. Alright boys, you gotta concentrate fire. We actually do, these guys actually have a good bit of firepower at range.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
I need to take cover. I'm gonna try to make it behind these buildings. There we go. That'll get them off of me.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
This guy doesn't have the firepower to really do anything to me.
This area is
That's the end of him getting too aggressive.
final push, and then we can all go home.
That partisan has to go. Wow, that thing has armor.
Target acquired.
This guy's still going after me.
Focus target updated.
I can't take a shot with the Battlemaster in the way.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Okay, we could finish this area off. We're doing a lot better this time around. And I'm pretty sure they are out of reinforcements. You guys don't have nothing. You guys don't have nothing. You guys are out. You're spent.
Good work. The base is destroyed. And our
All right, let's get out of here, boys.
wiser to our
Form
true
up.
Identities.
It looks like we got to go around this formation of rocks. Okay, a lot happier with this one, because we didn't have that weird. We still had we still kind of had like them try to intercept us. We still had that kind of initial battle, but despite having that initial battle, just went way better. We were also able to use that building as cover. So, like, I think the Banshee's long-range firepower is there. I think it actually does hit pretty hard at range. Like, we're able to, like, punch through there. Oh,
Target acquired.
got 2 battle mechs coming in. And apparently a chopper.
Enemy destroyed.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Looks like they haven't given up on us yet.
Saved.
That's fine. We'll take them out. They're faster than us, so they'll overtake us if we turn our back to them.
New target acquired.
I'm gonna try to stay a little more in cover here, because I don't want to lose... I don't know if that's my good arm or my bad arm.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Target is down.
Incoming missile.
Really?
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Man, they really want me really bad.
Target destroyed.
Oh man, I was going like full firepower on that guy.
Target destroyed.
I'm like, I'm pushing all the buttons. I'm just like smashing all the buttons down. Like, I'm trying to make it out of here without any weapon losses. How are my allies looking? Everyone's looking decent. My big old monkey arm is like... Which arm is that? Oh, it's my other arm. Okay, my big old monkey arm is the one that still has some armor remaining. Only got one armor breach. I think that is the PPC arm. I think the big old monkey arm is the one that only has the heat sinks in it. The reason why this mech has a big old monkey arm... Uh-oh. We're just gonna walk for it, I guess. Because we're not the fastest of battle mechs. Oh, it's a helicopter. We'll be fine.
Down.
Swearing I'm seeing like gunshots flying in front of me. Anyways, yeah, the reason we have this giant monkey arm that doesn't have any weapons in it is because this battle mech's original design was to be a close combat mech. It was designed to actually punch people. And the typical Banshee, this is not the standard Banshee. The standard Banshee actually is surprisingly quick, but it only has like no weapons. It's got an AC-5, a PPC, and like an AC-5 or something like. It's really like, it's got really pathetic weapons. Like there are like medium mechs have more weaponry than it, but it's supposed to use its speed to get in close and then like punch you with its like mega gorilla arms. I believe that was the original intent of this mech. Let's see how we did though. I think we did. Well, I'm certain we did way better. But let's see how the payout looks. Well, first off, House Karita says, analysis showed that some of the ice shipments were not pure H2O. Some of the ice contained a mixture of chemical compounds with illicit uses. This is a tangential matter, but it bears further investigation. House Steiner says, your actions have uncovered criminal dealings that must be investigated. However, House Davion cannot operate in House Steiner space without prior authorization. The fire we exchanged today could have easily been avoided. Boy, what a bunch of smelly losers. Okay, let's just pick down the list of the most valuable things. Just choose these just like that. Not in the mood to actually look at something. Damage was pretty good. Less than 500,000, just under. Looks like damage was fine. I don't think we had any weapon losses. This Zeus did pretty good. Look, 1,000 damage. Pretty good. Overall, pretty good. Like, I don't like how much they focus fire on me. Like, I really feel like I gotta put a lot of effort into getting out of the way, but I'm also the largest mech, so maybe that's the logic. Oh, there's a third mission to it. I figured it'd only be one. Well, we'll do that later. I don't think that the repairs are gonna be as long. Oh, 53 days still. Jeez. Look at all the armor loss we had. That's probably why. Anyways, I'll finish it up in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Pretty happy with the Banshee, but I will leave it, my final thoughts on it for the next episode, because that'll be probably a one mission, or maybe I'll start it. I don't know. We'll figure it out next episode. Anyway, like this video, subscribe for future Mechwarrior 5 content. Of course, remember that you ought to be good Cook it good.